Boom, you read the title, guys. Rawdog life. And just as I do in a lot of these videos, I am going off the dome, okay? I am not necessarily processing. I don't have a script. I'm not writing things down. I'm just letting things flow. You ever notice how, say in sports, or specifically I say pool, for those of you who play pool at bars, you ever notice if you're really trying hard, you're really focusing, you're really trying to do well, and maybe you're even self-conscious about people watching you while you're about to shoot the ball, that you played terribly? But do you ever notice how if you've had maybe 2 beers or something and you're feeling a little loose, you're feeling a little easy, you know, you're not necessarily thinking all that much about what people around you are thinking, you're just playing the game and you're sort of free flowing, all of the sudden you're amazing at the game? This is actually a secret hack to the universe. You ever notice, here's another example, just to hit this example through. You ever notice if there's a really attractive girl that you are about to go on a date with, or let's just say you're just talking to this girl, you ever notice how nervous you are? You ever notice how you're not actually presenting yourself in that great of a light? You ever notice that maybe that girl actually is a little maybe weirded out just because you are acting a little strange, like nothing is really flowing? But then the same interaction with a woman that you actually don't find that attractive is just amazing, is just easy, is just flowing. What I'm here to tell you is that simplifying your life, and in other words, raw dogging life, is actually going to set you free. Okay, guys? You have likely built up this internal pressure on yourself to reach certain goals, to uphold this visual that people have of you, to be presented in this certain way, and you could never stoop down to some level where people you know see you and you have to uphold this image, okay? We all do it. We all do this. But the incredible truth about this game, and the way to be set free, and the way that the universe will open doors for you, is if you are set free, if you don't have these chains of judgment from others. And you see me on the internet talking about semen retention. You see me on the internet talking about these spiritual topics. It's no different than when I meet people in person, okay? And one charisma hack that I have to share with you, that I have learned over my time of 28 years communicating with people, is that the most charismatic person in the room, and likely the most confident person in the room, actually not likely, this is 100% the truth, the most confident person in the room, the most charismatic person in the room, gives the least amount of FUCKs. They give the least amount of fucks. They do not care about what anyone in that room is thinking about them. They are free from the chains of being judged by these people. And what I have to say is that when you operate from this energy, okay? And one thing I have to say is that semen retention will help you move towards Rawdog. It will help you move towards not giving a shit what anyone has to say. Because, guys, I find that when I am at my best version, when I am in my best self, when I am my most charismatic and most confident, my life is in motion, I have a structure, I have a routine, I don't have that much time to think, I don't have that much time to process. Those are the best moments. And I find that my interactions with women are incredibly fluid. They are incredibly fun. Now, women especially can seriously pick up on this energy coming off of you, okay? And I have noticed this so many times in my own life. The more pressure, the more stress, the more overthinking, the more anxiety about my life that I'm sort of having, they can always smell it. They can always feel it. And those interactions are never as fun as they are when I am free flowing in the moment. You ever notice how when you talk about super deep topics, super, like if you take it super deep with friends, or you take it, and don't get me wrong, like having deep conversations can be valuable. But do you ever notice how that inherently puts pressure on people? It inherently makes people actually close up a little bit, unless they're very well versed in that topic. But do you notice how if you talk about maybe the stupidest thing on the planet that has no value, you're not providing any value. I think that's where people get caught up. They want to provide value to the convo. Maybe they want to teach people things. Maybe they want to come across as like look at me, like stroke my ego a little because I know all of this stuff. You see how that puts pressure on people? People really just want to talk about simple, fun things. Everybody wants to laugh. Everybody wants to joke around. Do you realize how easy it is for you to open that door for people? Do you realize how easy it is to make connections with people when you are raw dogging? When you are actually in a frequency of like, let's just have fun. Let's keep it simple. I'm not pressuring myself to be anything. Like, this is just me. I'm just raw dog. It's not a big deal, okay? When you operate from this place, people can feel it. The real trick here in life that I'm starting to become accustomed to, because I notice how everyone around me responds to my energy without fail, and I'm sure you do too. Your interactions are entirely based on the energy you are giving off. So right now, as I've spoken to you guys in the past couple videos, my life is like in shambles right now. My life is like shit. Like everything's going wrong. But I've started to realize that like keeping that energy of pressure, having that energy of like, I can't figure anything out. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no direction. Who knows? Who knows? And sort of this anxious feeling, people will feel it. People will feel it. And I've started to realize that the less pressure you put on yourself, now, of course, being disciplined with vices, being disciplined with semen retention, being disciplined with all of these things, it's going to level you up regardless if you want to or not. There's no escaping it. But this is maybe more centered around your communication style, maybe the way you are actually speaking with people. Because one thing I have to say about a lot of comments I've received over 6 years of me creating semen retention related topics or spiritual related topics, I think a lot of people in this community can actually lean into thinking they have this huge spiritual gift and ego and projecting it onto people, and not actually just being a normal human and having normal grounded conversations like we're supposed to. Like, I think a lot of subscribers have commented saying like, I'm so lonely. I have no friends. I have no people around me. Well, what do you do with your time? And when you do have opportunities to meet people, what is your mentality around talking to people? Because there's sort of a notion in the community where it's like, oh, why would I try to connect with these normal people when they never will understand me? Really? They'll never understand you? Oh, they're energy vampires and they're parasites? You shouldn't associate with those people? Dude, see, this is where you get yourself in the trap. This is where you start isolating. This is where you start turning into a weirdo. This is a trap by the spiritual community. As soon as you think you can't connect with other humans who are all here on this exact game, like that is the ultimate connection. Like we're all here living this exact life. Like you don't think that you have anything in common? You think that they're out to get you? You think they're like a spiritual alien sent here out to get you? This is really how people think, bro. And the crazy thing is that like I used to think like this. I used to have this mentality of like, oh, I can't even share anything with these people. I can't connect with these people. They're energy vampires. Like, oh, they're gonna laugh at me. Of course they're gonna laugh at you. You're talking like a weirdo. So all in all, guys, like this video summed up is basically raw dogging life. It doesn't have to be that deep. You're not some gifted spiritual master who has ascended these realms and everything. Like, yeah, okay, semen retention makes you feel good. That's a good thing. Keep practicing it. Keep doing it. But you really should be working on your communication skills and your ability to connect with people. You will be much better at it when you're not overthinking and you're not over-explaining and you're not anxious. Just raw dog. Just raw dog. That's all you have to do. So, all right, guys. Hope this message finds the right ears.